Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Ashley Teelucksingh and Ramon Gibson. The two of you have been together for 8 months. You have no children together. You are here for one of my favorite things, which is before the vows. You love each other, you want to be together, but you have some issues you would like to resolve and determine whether or not you'd make a good couple. So I had you fill out my compatibility test, which is a little bit deep. And you also gave me your marriage license with permission to tear it up should I find that your union is ill-advised. I'm going to start with you, Ms. Teelucksingh. I know you love him, but tell me what the concerns are.
Well, my concerns are his controlling issues, his jealousy, his attitude, the way he reacts with our children, finances, the way he controls them, how he handles things.
Is there anything you like about him? This isn't sounding very good at all. Give me some examples of the things you think he does that are excessively controlling.
My clothes.
Okay. What's it do?
He doesn't like anything in my closet, not even my sweats, but won't replace them. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. When we go out in public, as for instance, we went to...
So this, to you, is inappropriate. I got something to screen. You don't like her wearing something like that?
I do feel it's a little inappropriate. Yes, Judge, I do.
I don't wear those items anymore.
Yeah,
I've made those adjustments for him. I dress down, I wear sweats, I wear jeans. I barely put on leggings. I don't wear halter tops. I don't do my stomach out anymore.
Has that changed his attitude? Has he seen the changes and is now okay with how you dress?
No, he still has an issue with the things
Mr.
that
Gibson,
I put on.
do you notice that she's changed her manner of dress?
I haven't noticed it as much. You know...
You've noticed some change.
I've noticed some change.
But it's not sufficient.
It's not sufficient, I don't think, Your Honor. But I understand that she feels like I'm controlling about it. You know, I just wish that she would be more mindful of some of the reactions that she gets when she does wear some of the things that she wears. And it's not that it's inappropriate necessarily, it's just, it causes me to have a staring contest with the gentleman on the next aisle.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Doesn't at all.
That's his ego.
Doesn't at all. That's your ego dealing with it.
And
you know what I mean?
very well could be.
It's like a culture where, you know, men are dogs, so women can't leave the house. You know what I mean?
And that's exactly how it feels.
So what you have to do is behave better as men and leave women alone.
That's what I'm talking about.
And if a guy looks at her, he looks at her. You know, if your game is strong, she coming on with you.
And that's the point that I try to make to him all the time.
You say it's everything, makeup, hair, friends. Give me the whole panorama.
Since I started my new job, I mean, I'm somebody who's always done my hair. Within our relationship, I don't. I go towards the curly, natural look. I do love my hair straight, so I've been trying to find myself again as I feel uncomfortable.
But he doesn't like your hair straight?
He loves it straight, but he feels like I'm doing too much. If I get up for work in the morning, it's, why are you straightening your hair before you go to work? Why are you putting on eyeliner? Something's different today. Like, I mean, I can't dress up. I can't do what I normally do.
Do you monitor her makeup application?
I wouldn't call it monitoring her makeup application. I'm just wondering why she jazzes herself up so much to go and do something so casual. You know, this is not...
What does she do for a living?
She's an associate at a large retail store.
Okay. And you think she puts on too much makeup for that?
I believe it's a little much. You know, it's not like she's going for a modeling gig. She's just going to, you know...
Is it more than what she's got on now? Is this her usual look?
No, ma'am. It's a little bit more jazzed up than this.
More jazzed up than that?
Yes, sir. She has...
So what do you think her objective is?
I think her objective is to receive some type of attention and in turn, you know, transmute it on the inside to make herself feel better about, you know, whatever. I guess...
Do you think she has low self-esteem?
Yes.
Why?
She just feels like she has to tone. She feels like she can't doozy herself up. She can't jazz herself up because she feels that I may react a certain way. And I may say that, I may say that you're doing too much when we're only going grocery shopping or, you know.
Which has nothing to do with her self-esteem. It has everything to do with you. There is a theme here. I want you to grasp it as we continue. There are other things about which you find him controlling, including your friends. So I want to move on off of your looks and onto other areas.
Right.
Are you as distressed as you indicated you were in this paperwork about the manner in which he tries to dictate everything you do?
Yes, because for me, I've been in those relationships where I've been broken down, and I don't want to go through that again.
Mr. Gibson, your response to that? You say he's controlling with respect to your friends. Why don't you explain that to me?
I have a friend, and her job of choice isn't exactly something that I condone, and nobody else that I know would actually condone, so he doesn't, of course. But she...
Well, now I got to know what the job of choice is.
She's in the entertainment field.
I'm in the entertainment field.
She's a stripper.
All right, there you go, there you go.
And she's tried to change when it comes to that and everything, and she needed my support for something. She was really down, and even though I didn't necessarily support the issue, I still helped her out because she's a friend of mine. She needed a ride somewhere.
Right.
And the attitude that I get from him is, as long as you don't do this, and I'm like, well, don't you trust me enough not to do this? You should know better than that.
Mr. Gibson, your response to that?
It's more than just entertainment. This is a friend that she's been friends with for a minute. As far as the stripping is concerned, this particular incident she was talking about, the friend requested that she be dropped off at a stripper party. The friend had no other person there, and she had no ride back. So I'm assuming that my girl is the one to be picking her up.
So it was a safety concern on your part that
Absolutely.
she and this woman was out there. What I want to talk about is, because I think this is really important, is the disconnect that you have about the manner in which the children should be raised. Because I think that is very important when you're talking about whether or not you're going to get married.
Right.
Now, the kids that live in the house with you are hers.
The one child, yes.
One child is by a previous relationship. Do you have any together?
No, ma'am, not
Okay,
together.
so there's one child in the household.
Currently, yes.
Okay, yes. You have concerns about the way she parents. Why don't you explain that to me?
Okay, well, recently my son was in town from Florida. He's been here for the summer.
Okay.
He just recently went home. So the boys have been together. All right, now, of course, they're boys. They play fight, they do all this. They play video games and stuff like that. Now me, I'm used to my grandfather always saying, you know, stop all that running around my house, all the ruckus. So if they're in their horse playing, I may say, hey, you know, and I'm loud with it. Hey, stop all of that horse playing or whatever, go outside. And it may come off as abrasive to her. You know, my family is a military background. I come from a military background. So as far as doing the homework at the dining room table, that's to get rid of those influences in the room. You got video games in the room, you got TV in the room.
Just cut all that out.
Yeah.
Ms. Teelucksingh, what do you see as the problem with the manner in which he engages with the children?
It's just the manner that he does it is forceful. And it scares the children from time to time. Like, you can see that they're
You think it's too much for the nature of the misconduct.
Exactly.
You're pressing for the ring though, right?
Yes. Yes, I am.
You know, a ring don't help a controlling dude.
I understand that. I completely understand that. But
sometimes they look at that marriage license like a bill of sale. You my wife now.
I see.
Are you as distressed as you indicated you were in this paperwork about the manner in which he tries to dictate everything you do?
Yes, because for me, I've been in those relationships where I've been broken down, and I don't want to go through that again. I will not go through that again. So to see anything that might lead that way, I can't.
You can't have it.
I can't do it. So it breaks me apart every time I see something coming at me. The attitude, the controlling, it's something I've been mentally broken down before, and I won't do it again.
Mr. Gibson, your response to that? Did you understand it to be her distress as intense as it is, and do you believe that she's simply misconstruing what you're doing or saying?
I think she, I didn't know it was that intense, no, Your Honor. But she may misconstrue. But I'm really hearing her for the first time and knowing how intense it really is. And like I said, I've been self-evaluating, you know, just to try to tone that down. But, you know, I didn't know it was this deep, you know. So now I'm seeing You know, and I don't like to see her hurt like that. You know, I don't intend to abuse her. It's never from a place of mental abuse. You know, because that's not my style.
I got you. I just wish guys would get educated about the female body for a couple of reasons. But so you understand the nature of the badass work we do. And when you lose a baby, it is difficult to go through. So be educated before you tell somebody what to do when you don't even know what you're talking about. There was one other incident in my paperwork that concerned me. You talked about a miscarriage that you had and his response to that miscarriage. And I want you to tell me what you believe occurred, and then Mr. Gibson, I will give you an opportunity to tell me what you were thinking and feeling.
When it first happened, he was very supportive about the first couple of days, and my pain just continued. But I never got a chance to take off from work. Mm-hmm. They made me come into work, and like I said, we worked together. So him wanting me to put on a strong front and be undivided as one and just be this superwoman that I wasn't at the moment, I felt like he was bashing me for not being able to stand tall while I was in pain.
Well, what kind of things was he saying?
That I was lollygagging, that I wasn't moving as fast as I could. He wanted me to be strong and get through it. He wanted me to be a warrior, and it was just his way of going about it and saying it. It didn't relay as that. It just felt like I didn't have the support that I needed.
Mr. Gibson, why don't you tell me where you were coming from and what you were trying to do?
Well, I mean, it hurt me too when I found out we had the miscarriage. I mean, I don't really know exactly what a woman goes through when she experiences something like that. You know, the only thing I can do is just go with the flow and just be there for her. After a couple of days, you know, I realized that it was taking a toll on her mentally. You know, she was becoming depressed and things of that nature. So my bashing probably came off as me being that team player, that partner of hers that said, hey, come on, get up, let's still be strong. You know, we fell off the horse, let's keep on going. And like I said, that's part of my rigid.
You fell off the horse ran over her. Okay. And let me tell you something that men don't seem to understand about the loss of a baby. It's not just an emotional thing. There are 9,000 hormones that go popping off when you get pregnant. And when you lose a baby, I just wish guys would get educated about the female body for a couple of reasons. But so you understand the nature of the badass work we do. And what it is progesterone and oxytocin and all of those things, they accumulate. And when you lose that child, you have these massive hormonal fluctuations that go on for a period of time. And it's not because it's like, putting some heroin in your arm and said, buck up, don't get high. Buck up, be a man. Right. You know what I mean? It is a serious and meaningful. She was creating a life, and your entire body, the amount of blood volume changes, everything changes. And when you lose a baby, all of that flushes out, and it takes weeks, and it is difficult to go through. So be educated before you tell somebody what to do when you don't even know what you're talking about. Okay, I'm done. Miss Teelucksingh, I'm glad you told me about that previous experience. I'm a little distressed that you changed your clothes for him, because it appears to me that if you do that for a cat you are dating, that he's already begun to alter your mindset about what is appropriate, and you'll change who you are to please him or to avoid an argument. And that's not all him. Some of that is you. I used to do that, and I was like, oh, I'm married now, I can't get rid of him. So in order to avoid the argument, I'm gonna do what he says. And then one day I was doing what he said so often, I didn't like him no more. I mean, it wasn't his fault, it was my fault. So what I want you to do is take a piece of yourself back. And when you take a piece of yourself back, and he says, I don't like this friend, so I understand that. but I am a trustworthy woman. I've done nothing to make you not trust me. This is what I like to do, and I will continue to do so. You ain't got to get mad, you ain't got to crank your neck, you ain't got to do none of that. But you stand in your truth, and don't worry about the argument. Mr. Gibson, I don't think you're a bad guy. I think you know you're a little rigid, and you would like to not be so rigid. And I want you to remember that to be empathetic is to understand that though you may not be thirsty, someone else may need a glass of water. So just because it doesn't feel that way to you, you have to inquire of a woman as to why she does what she does and feels the way she does. And even if you don't agree with it, you're going to have to say, I love her enough, allow her to be an individual. And don't let your fear, and that's all jealousy is, other dudes looking at her and the clothes too tight, that's just your insecurity. Do not let your insecurity run your life. Just don't let it happen. Because if you let your insecurity run her life, you're going to make her life smaller and smaller and smaller until one day she can't move no more, and then she just ups and goes. Okay? I will give you this license. I can't believe it. I was all ready to torch this sucker. I was. I'm going to give you this license, but I want you to, do you hear and feel what I said?
I do. And I just want her to know, that no matter what, I'm always going to come to you and try to communicate and try to get to the bottom of it, because under no circumstances do I want to go to bed mad with you.
Yeah. But understand, it's not about winning the argument. It's about understanding where she's coming from, right, and accepting that she may want to do something differently, and that's okay. Women?
Yes.
This matter is adjourned. Yes, did you have something you wanted to say?
I do. I love you. I don't want to lose you. I'm hearing what you've got to say. So, let's work through this together. So, I just want to know if you will marry me.
I'm sorry, baby.
I want wedding pictures and a progress report on him. This matter is adjourned. Thank you.
You really helped me to see that, I need to soften up a little bit and just be a little bit more sensitive to her needs and inquire about what she wants. Since the show, everything's been so much better. We've been listening to each other, communicating a lot better.
Yes.
And the wedding is on the way. February, coming soon.
February 6th, we've already started our planning, finalizing our guest list. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for us.
Look for your invitation in the mail.
Today on Divorce Court.
Teresa, I brought you to divorce court so that you will stop accusing me of other women. You take it to the extreme.
You cheated on me with our ring on your finger. The reason why I act the way I act comes from that.
When are you gonna let it go and stop bringing it into our present relationship? We'll see what the judge has to say about our situation.
What the hell happened?
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Stephen Allen and Teresa Allen. The two of you have been together for 2 years, married for 1. You are in trouble at this point, and you've come to see me. Mr. Allen, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here today?
Well, we met in February of 2015.
Mm-hmm.
We got married on March 30th.
Okay.
Of the following year.
Okay.
Actually, it's the 29th. Let me read.
Yeah, get it right. You don't want to get that one wrong.
Yeah, I don't want to get that one wrong. And we're here today because of her unwarranted jealousies, her anger issues, and to give you a prime example, not long ago, we were at the grocery store, and I came outside to make sure that the car doors was locked because I left my phone in the car, and as we were going in, there was a couple in distress trying to get into their car. When I went back out, they were still out there, so I offered to help them get into the car.
Right.
And as I did, spent maybe 5 to 7 minutes out there, I got the keys out of the car, and when I turned around, Mrs. Allen was standing there breathing fire out of her nose. She was upset with me because I left her in the store.
Well, what did she say or do?
Nothing at that point, but when we left their presence and got in the car, she cut into me with her jealousy, accusing me.
What did she say?
She accused me of coming outside only for the sole purpose of looking at this young lady because she was nice looking. And she constantly accuses me of women all the time.
Mrs. Allen, did that happen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, do you really think he was out there just because it was a couple? Was it a man and a woman?
Yes, it was a man and a woman.
That he wanted to look at this woman. Why do you believe that?
Well, we have issues with him, infidelity and
Explain that. Have you caught him cheating on you?
Yes, I have. I haven't caught him per se, but the evidence is
You
there.
haven't caught him per se.
I haven't caught him.
Now, what evidence do you have that leads you to believe that he's cheating, even though you haven't
Well, I
caught
had a
him?
conversation with an ex of his on the phone that called him. And when she called, she addressed herself as the girlfriend. And I told her I thought I was the girlfriend. So
How'd that conversation end?
that conversation ended, him and her talking back and forth or whatever, and we ended up getting some of his things from her place, and he's been with me ever since.
Now, was there a rough transition there? You were still messing with the ex a little bit?
No.
So you weren't fooling around with the ex at all?
No, ma'am.
There was
But
nothing happening?
There was nothing happening. We had been in a relationship prior to me meeting Mrs. Allen.
So she was just trying to cause trouble?
She considered herself to be a cordial acquaintance of mine. She says that's impossible, that we can't have any contact, none whatsoever, but I have no control over someone calling my phone.
Do you not believe that she said she was your girlfriend?
Oh, she probably did tell her that. No, quote unquote. Me and him will always have a relationship. That was what was said. Not in the context of we're in a relationship.
We're in a relationship, but we'll always
be acquainted.
Beyond that conversation, do you have any other evidence that would lead one to believe that he's cheating? Because so far, that's pretty light.
Yes, I do. I've seen pictures in her phone of Stephen Allen and her getting ready to go out, and he was in his underwear at her house. So yes, I have.
When did you see these pictures?
That was back a couple months ago.
Were you in her house in your underwear a couple months ago? Took a snap?
No. No, she's mistaken about the date. That was in the transition. Okay, let me say this. We had got into an altercation.
Yes.
And I wind up leaving.
Yes.
And when I left, having nowhere else to go, this is a friend, per se, that was able, she let me stay at her house. There was nothing going on.
Nothing going on.
Nothing going on. And you know how women are. They do things. I mean,
how are we? Why don't you tell me how we are, Mr. Allen?
Sometimes women,
I'd like to know.
Sometimes women can be vindictive.
What?
Women can be vindictive. They do things out of spite, trying to make things.
So this woman was just a friend.
Yes.
Never was anything but a friend.
No, this was the ex.
The ex.
Yes.
But don't you think that's not the brightest move to make? Even if you weren't trying to get back with her, it would upset the ex because she used to have feelings for you, and it would upset the current because you're with the ex. I mean, like, a motel or something.
Convenience. Economically sound. No. Why would I pay for a hotel when I can sleep here? She works midnights. She's never at home.
Because it causes trouble with your wife.
Right.
But if my wife hadn't been in my phone, we would never had no trouble.
Your Honor.
Yes, Mrs. Allen.
I feel like if he's been intimate with her before, he cannot live at or stay at her house. That's like...
Would you have a problem if Mrs. Allen had an ex-boyfriend, you guys got into an argument, she went over there and stayed at his crib? Would you be okay with that?
Not at all.
There you go.
Not at all. Not at all.
That's what I'm saying.
Not at all.
Sometimes, the economically, convenient thing to do is not the maritally correct thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
You got to honor and respect other person's feelings.
Right. I understand
just like
that too.
she needs to honor and respect yours. So you realize you were wrong about that, right?
No doubt.
There you go.
And have asked for forgiveness. And I know it was a bad choice.
Okay, all righty. Ms. Allen, anything else?
But for there to be a second time, you can't get forgiveness for a third.
What happened the third time?
There was no third time. There was a second.
That-
So he don't get no more forgiveness.
Was there a second?
A text message with my name on it from her.
It says Steve with the exclamation point. 3 of
Steve.
them.
All right. I don't
Sorry.
think we'll ever get to the bottom of this. I'm not altogether sure what happened. And I think he's not doing real wrong, but I think he's kind of wrong. But I want to talk about what happens when you guys argue about whatever wrong he may or may not be doing.
During a period, shortly after that, when I left, I stayed gone. She had cut up half of my clothes, put them in the tub and poured bleach on them. She knocked the 50-inch screen TV that I bought her from Christmas off and broke it too.
Mrs. Allen, did all that occur? Mr. Allen, I understand that when she gets angry about whether or not she believes you're cheating, it's explosive.
Very much so.
Could you give me some examples?
Yes. I brung a couple of photos.
Oh, you got pictures.
Yes. Give those to the judge.
Now tell me what I'm looking at, Mr. Allen.
You're looking at our vehicle on one of the pictures, and on the other picture is a trunk that I keep tools, whatnots in. That's the front left fender of a SUV.
There's a dent.
Looking at the chrome.
It's a dent and a scratch.
I take it Mrs. Allen did that.
Yes.
Did you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
How did you manage that?
Well, on one of his occasions where he was getting ready to leave the house because we had gotten into an argument or whatever, I asked him not to leave in the car, and he went and got in the car to start it. I looked around, I couldn't find nothing, so I picked up that chest and I took it and I hauled it at the car and hit the car. I know.
Was he leaving or was he running away from you?
He was running away from me. He was getting away from
Do
me.
you have a bad temper?
Only when it comes to him.
And that's all we're talking about here is him.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
So what did you think? You said, hey, let me haul off, throw this chest at the car, and he'll think, let me stay?
No.
You were just
it
mad.
made me feel good at the moment.
It made you feel good at the moment?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me other instances that she got angry and upset
Okay.
and acted a fool.
During a period, shortly after that, when I left, I stayed gone. Didn't find out until I did come back home that she had cut up half of my clothes, put them in the tub and poured bleach on them. And she says it was an accident, but she knocked the 50-inch screen TV that I bought her from Christmas off and broke it too.
Mrs. Allen, did all that occur?
Yeah.
And again, you weren't trying to prove a point. You were just mad and you were taking it out on his stuff.
Yes.
And I take it from your response, you know how wrong that is, right?
I know how wrong that is, but if Mr. Allen would cut this woman out of his life, I wouldn't cut up his clothes.
But Judge Toler,
Yes.
we are together. If we're not at work, 99% of our time is
you
spent
together.
So where does it leave time for me to put in the work to have another woman, and who wants more than I got enough on my plate right now? I mean, it's plain and simple.
Now, Mrs. Allen, he's kind of got a point there. You know what I mean? I'm sure he spends a lot of time with you because you can't make something like that up because you would know, and then, you know, you're a pretty thing over there.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
know, married you, and he loves you, and he's scared of you.
Right.
So why the tension over this one woman?
I feel like I'm stuck back there where it began.
All right.
I really do.
That's an explanation I can work with.
Right.
The question that I ask is, how do you define cheating? She said, cheating is when your spouse shares intimacy with someone other than you. That's what she considers cheating. Let me tell you what you're doing wrong, Mr. Allen. Now, Mr. Allen, you say Mrs. Allen has a gambling addiction, and Mrs. Allen, you say Mr. Allen spends way too much money on cigarettes. Mr. Allen, why don't you tell me about the nature of her addiction?
The casino is something that she does as far as she has fun doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I try to get her to understand that economically, that type of fun is not feasible when we can't afford it.
Right.
So she'll sometimes take $100, $200. Sometimes she'll take $300 and go to the casino under the pretense that it's gonna hit, and she's gonna win a jackpot or $1,000 or something, and then she comes home with the pouty face because the casino
got all
didn't
her
do
money.
what she thought it was gonna do.
Now, Ms. Allen, how often do you go to the casino?
Well, I used to go like 2 or 3 times a week, but since I've been with him,
Woo! Yes, sir.
since I've been with him, though, I have slowed down. I go maybe once a week, spend $100.
And that's not every week. I'm gonna give her something.
Do you ever hit? Do you ever make any money? Do you ever win?
Sometimes it feels like donating. It does. But since I've been with him, I've slowed down a lot, and I don't want to just give up every little thing I have. So I might need to just find something that doesn't take money to, interest.
Or else you get something back out of it. You can go take I took ice skating lessons,
Right.
just whatever, you know what I mean? I mean, that's what I did, but
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Why don't you tell me about his cigarettes? How much could he be spending in cigarettes?
Well, he smokes I think 2 packs a day.
A day?
I think 2 packs a day.
Now,
But
Miss-
he's in denial.
Mr. Allen, do you smoke 2 packs a day?
No, there's something that goes along with the cigarettes. I smoke a pack of cigarettes a day,
A pack of cigarettes. What goes along with
but
the...
I drink beer. I
Okay.
drink beer. Cash
So-
socially. I drink a 6-pack.
You drink a 6-pack every day? and
Not every day.
You smoke
I
a
smoke a pack
pack-
of cigarettes every day.
Now,
Sometimes
you do
a
know
pack and
it's
a half.
killing you slowly.
Right.
Right, you know that, right?
But life is.
But when the cigarettes do it, goes to the lungs, and them last 9 months are hard. And it takes years off your life. Years.
That might
and
be
you're
true.
paying a company to kill you slowly.
That might be true.
You know what I'm saying? That's worse. I'd rather you go gamble, you take your $100, you at least come out.
I don't know.
I don't know. They smoke a lot in there, don't they? You probably
Yeah.
getting a lot of
And
secondhand
the
smoke. But I'm
secondhand
just
smoke,
telling you,
okay.
just, economically don't make a whole lot of sense, but, health-wise it don't make a whole lot of sense. And just cut down.
I've
I have cut
down.
back.
And continue to do so.
I have cut back.
And continue to do so. You with me?
Yes.
All right. I usually give my compatibility test to my before your vows, but this is a save my marriage. So sometimes I give them to my save my marriage couple so I can sift through the problems and see where your issues lie. And I think I found out where your problem is.
Okay.
The very last question that I ask is, how do you define cheating? You said what most folks say, sexual intimacy with. She said, cheating is when your spouse shares intimacy with someone other than you. That's what she considers cheating. Let me tell you what you're doing wrong, Mr. Allen. When you get married, sometimes you have to make adjustments. If there is somebody in your life that causes her foundation to be shaken, you gotta be able to, if not eliminate, separate yourself enough to give her calm, comfort, and care. And you may have the right to stay friends with your ex, but you told this woman that you would love, honor, and cherish her. And part of that is making her feel secure. And that relationship you have with that woman is making her insecure. And you have to decide whether or not you love your wife the way a man ought to love your wife and keep her safe and secure. You got to ask yourself that. It may not be the convenient thing for you to do. It may not be the thing that you want to do, but you got to ask yourself, is it the thing I'm man enough to do for my woman? Doesn't mean you were wrong, but it's hurtful to her. And you got to ask yourself, how right kind of a guy do I want to be? Because I love her.
Because I do love her. And this is what I've been trying to exemplify to her over this last...
And there's one thing that you need to do in order to show her that, and is discontinue contact with this other woman.
I have.
That's it, and that's all.
I have.
Has he?
I'm not sure.
Now listen, if she's let her go, you need to let it go.
I will let it go.
Because you can't beat him up with what he used to do, and he has no reason to do better if you're going to continue to beat him up with what he used to do. What kind of sense does that make?
I think I have to say this right here, though, because it's only been a couple of weeks ago when she texted him that Steve with the explanation. It's only been a couple of weeks.
But I have no control. And be honest, Mrs. Allen. How did that woman get my phone number? Tell the truth.
A long time ago.
Now,
Mrs.
you
Allen,
see the deflection?
Mr. and Mrs. Allen, I like you both. I do. I think you are a great couple. I think you love the living daylights out of one another. I don't think he's fooling around with this woman. I think this woman might be trying to poke a little bit because people could do that.
Right.
People could do that. But you just make sure you're over the top with making sure that she doesn't feel insecure about this woman. Love her, honor, cherish her, and go on home. This matter's adjourned.
All right, thank you. You got away. As Judge Lynn suggested, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that she feels secure and safe in regards to this other woman. I'm going to sever all ties and make it impossible for her to contact me because I surely won't be contacting her.
I think I'm going to take Judge Lynn's advice and give my husband another chance and work on my trust issues. And I love him, so it's worth it.
Today on Divorce Court.
I'm here because I'm sick of the mind games with Jeremiah.
She knows she has a smile, she flaunts it.
He's insecure about everything. He's always accusing me of talking to other men.
I want to find out if my girlfriend is cheating or not.
I'm pregnant and I know Jeremiah is the father.
We took a DNA test to find out whether I'm the father or not.
Jeremiah has these mood swings and it can turn on and off.
She does things that piss me off.
If he changes his actions and take responsibility and stop with all the nonsense, then me and Jeremiah can go forward.
If Brandy could change her ways, I could see myself staying with her forever. But if not, I'm leaving, I'm going.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Brandy Welch and Jeremiah Johnson. The two of you have been together for 2 years. You are thinking about getting married, but ran into a couple of stumbling blocks, so you've come to me for my opinion as to whether or not you should wed. I had you take my compatibility test. You gave me your license with permission to tear it up should I think your union is ill-advised. Ms. Welch, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me why we're here today?
Well, Judge, we're here because we have issues as far as with accusations. Jeremiah accuses me a lot of flirting with other men, of touchy-feely. He gets angry and shuts down and, I mean, completely locks me out. For example, we went to Vegas. We had a good time in Vegas, okay, up until that last day.
Right.
We were going zip lining, and Jeremiah just completely shut down. Well, I'm like, you know, what's going on, babe? What's wrong? Why are you know, acting like this? We supposed to be having fun. Not saying nothing. And then he left out, walked out. I'm ready to go, bye. So when I came down, I actually caught up with him. And, you know, I'm still asking him, what's wrong, Jeremiah? What's wrong, babe? Just let me know, like, what's going on? And he's just totally ignored me, not saying nothing.
Did he ever tell you what the problem was?
When we got to the airport. Oh, and that's a whole nother story. I was staring at men on a strip. Yeah, oh, you're staring at men. I said, we're on a strip and I'm not staring, you know, I'm at eye level with these people.
Right.
Sometimes you have no choice but to look.
Right.
You know, so.
Mr. Johnson, why don't you tell me your version of that event? What do you say
we was
happened?
kind of pressed for time. It was also, our money situation wasn't there. And it's just like she was spending X amount of dollars.
It was there.
No. Go ahead.
No, we only had a certain amount of money to spend and she blew through everything today.
That's a lie.
Stop.
That particular day.
So, is that what you were angry about when the zip line thing happened?
No, she was being flirtatious with guys. She was saying, how you doing, to guys walking up and down the strip, which I found to be disrespectful, very disrespectful.
I mean, you were walking side by side.
I was walking side by side. Sometimes I was behind her, but I could tell she was being flirtatious.
And would she initiate conversation, or if somebody said something, would she speak back? How did that work?
Actually, I actually had to catch a cab back to the hotel, and the cab actually went past. She was actually standing on the corner. I actually seen her talking to another guy with her cousin. And I asked her, well, who was that? She was like, oh, that wasn't nobody, this, that, and the third, and hey.
But why do you think it was something flirtatious? I mean, what about that is
She
sexual?
couldn't even tell me what they was talking about. Nothing.
It wasn't my conversation to tell him what they were talking about. It wasn't with me.
Give me your best evidence of flirtatious or inappropriate conduct with the opposite gender.
Flirtatious, text messages.
Give me
social
an example,
media.
because I'm trying to get my arms around.
Social media is a whole nother story, let me tell you, okay? He gave me an
I'm gonna give him
ultimatum
a
to
check.
delete my Facebook, to deactivate it. He gave me an ultimatum, said, hey, if we're gonna be together, you gotta get rid of your Facebook. Where does that become an ultimatum in a relationship?
I don't find that to be controlling.
No.
It is, it's very.
Hey. What was she saying on social media that you found disrespectful?
I found it disrespectful as all these different guys, and she don't know none of them, but she's friends with them.
But what does she say to them?
How many kids do you have? Are you in a relationship? What do you do? Different things of that nature.
So, getting to know you, acquaintance kind of conversations.
Yes.
Ones that she could have with a woman or a man, but you just don't like the ones she has with men.
That's both. That's both ways, because I think she's bisexual.
I didn't see that.
Really? No, the problem is men and women hits on me. So he accuses me of being bisexual.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. In his defense, do you entertain any of that on there?
No.
Do you shut him down?
Yes, I do.
That's not true. Anytime you sit up there asking how many kids you got, what do you do for a living, that's not shutting somebody down.
That's them asking me. But
No,
what is
that's
my
you asking
response?
them.
I never
But do you
did.
find that sexual in nature or inappropriate?
I find it to be like a little bit flirtatious, because if I do it, she'd ask me, oh, well, who is this? How do you know them? She does the same thing to me.
I got a question though. You and I, we over here. You waiting for one thing, I'm waiting for another thing. You sitting there, I'm sitting there, say, hey, how you doing? What are you doing? I say, hey, what do you do for a living?
She doesn't do
I'm this and that. You know what I mean? I would do that.
Mm-hmm. But it's a different story when you actually touching somebody and laughing.
But you can't be touching them on Facebook.
That's true.
See, Mr. Johnson, let me tell you where you're gonna run into trouble in here. You're a subject switcher. Mm-hmm. When someone presses you about the validity of your statement, you move to a different subject. Not far from where you are, but just enough so you can get off of where you are and deny the lack of logic in your statement.
This is during our
So you are a
arguments, too.
subject shifter. So you need to know that whenever you're met with undeniable logic, you move. So you move in the direction of not trusting her, even when the logic indicates that you ought to.
But when you're receiving messages 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and she's just saying they're friends, that's more like a booty call to
I never
me.
told him they were friends. This is social media. Guys look at your picture, oh, she pretty, I'm gonna try her. I'm gonna try to see if she'll go.
She actually got guys that come to her house, ring her doorbell, and it's like
That's
she
a
don't.
lie.
It's the truth.
I want to know where the seed of infidelity was sown. So I'm gonna go at it in a different direction. What's the most suspect thing she's done since you've been together?
It's one particular time she sent out 10 text messages to her ex.
To her ex?
Yeah. He said that they slept together.
And he
back in
was
November.
lying, trying to pee him
and
off.
you believe him over her? You said she's promiscuous. Now, does that mean you've caught her in infidelities? Is that her reputation in the town? Or simply is that a belief as a function of flirtatious and sexy behavior?
I think it's more like a belief. It's when she drinks, right now we're dealing with Brandy.
Right.
But when she drinks, it's Miss Welch.
It's Miss Welch?
Yes.
And what does Miss Welch do?
A freak.
Okay, define her freak nature.
Like to do different things in the bedroom.
Okay, with you?
Yeah, yeah.
He should be happy.
But she also talks about her past relationships, how she was offered threesomes and...
I got it. I think I know where you come from. Ms. Welch, have you had a fun, raucous past?
I have.
And he knows about it, either through you or someone else.
When I was single, I mingled, you know,
Right.
but that don't mean I slept with everyone in the town.
Did I
was
say
having
that?
my fun.
I did not say that.
You know?
I'm just saying you,
not at all.
but you were free, and you
Yeah.
were happy, and you
Right.
were raucous, and he
Exactly.
knows. So that sowed a seed of insecurity. That if you want to be his wife, you've got to deal with that insecurity in a certain way, shape, or form.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But Jeremiah also has other things going on with him. Like, he doesn't support me.
Tell me about that.
Which way? Please do.
Let me talk. He doesn't support me. For example, my grandmother had passed away. My family was having a balloon release for her over the water.
Right.
He was invited. So, you know, Jeremiah comes along, but he brings his moody attitude with him. So, and this is a special day for my grandmother passing. So I'm like, you know, what's going on? Me trying to cater to his feelings again. What's going on, Jeremiah? How you feeling? You know, what's the problem? Oh, nothing. I'm fine. He's not, you know, he's trying to walk away from me, you know, and remind you, my family is around.
Right, right.
We get back, you know, do the balloon release, get back in the car, and he goes into accusations again from what he found from Facebook and social media and emails, trying to connect them to Facebook. Like, I don't know, he's playing Inspector Gadget, you know, trying to figure out this dude, who is this dude? He texts you, hey, good morning. Remind you, I don't know him from a can of paint, okay? These are guys who try their luck on Facebook, you know? I don't respond.
This seems to be a recurring theme. Is
Always.
it something that you argue about constantly?
Yes, because I feel like she erases things out of her phone.
That's not true.
Old text messages, old emails.
That's
like,
not
What's the most suspect thing she's done since you've been together?
It's one particular time she sent out 10 text messages. When I asked her about it, she didn't know, she didn't have a clue what I was talking about.
10 text messages to the same person, or 10 text to a group of 10 people?
To her ex.
To her ex?
Yeah.
So now, do we have a specific individual with whom we have a difficulty here?
Yes, and I have no ties to him. I block all ties with him. You know, he knows I'm in a relationship, but he still tries his luck. You know, and I don't initiate no conversation with him. I don't email him, text him,
Have you given him a strong check?
I just recently told him, I said, listen, stop texting me. I'm happy. I moved on. We can't be friends. You don't need to check up on me and try to see how things going.
He actually called one day when we were sitting in the car together, and I actually started talking to him. He said that they slept together.
And he was lying, trying to pee him off.
And you believe him over her?
Yes. Because we was fighting around that time.
See that? Okay. Mr. Johnson, I'm going to ask you a little bit about your past to see if I can find out where all this came from. I understand that you're pregnant, and you have some issues about paternity.
I think it's her ex.
You think it's her ex's baby?
Wow.
Well, I have the results here. And it can determine with certainty whether or not you're the father of the child. Now, are you going to tell him, or am I?
I'm going to tell him.
Tell me what?
Mr. Johnson, have you been cheated on before?
Yes, ma'am.
Was it a significant relationship and a tough cheat?
Yeah, I did take it pretty hard.
Yeah.
I did.
Do you think at all, just take a moment before you respond to this, it might color your vision with respect to future relationships?
I feel like I do bring that into this relationship. Still, it's just like the messaging, the texting, the flirtatiousness.
You know, if you got on purple glasses, everything you see will be purple. I think you got on purple glasses. I really, really do. And I'm sorry about that, because I think you're a good dude.
He is.
I think you're a good dude with skewed vision. You got a good woman, and you can't get over the possibility that she might hurt you. You know, jealousy is an exercise in making yourself miserable. You're going to be upset and angry and looking every day on the off chance that one day she might hurt you. So you're going to have 364 days of discomfort and anger and angst if, in fact, she might do something on the 365th. Why don't you just enjoy the day?
I try to.
And if one day she ups and, you know, she's doing a mad rumpy bumpy with some other dude, bounce. You don't have to wonder. You don't have to guess. You know what's up.
Judge,
and then
he
you
never
just
had to
go.
wonder. He never had to wonder because
You know
I've
what
been with him 100%.
But I can't talk to
But
another
that's a
female without her
philosophy.
jumping down my throat. So it's like it's the same thing.
His emotions is projected on me a lot of the times. Like, because he accuses me so much and plays with my emotions and think they are a joke, I get the feeling that maybe he's the one cheating. You know, why are you always accusing
she goes
me?
through my phone too.
Why are you always accusing me?
I think part of this is a function of this social media obsessed world that allows so much contact. People say sexual things. They send, you wouldn't believe. I have people go through my inbox for me.
Hello?
So I don't have to see what I get sent. You know what I mean? She said it's clear, and then I can go in, because she's taking all that raunch stuff out. You know, from all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, Judge.
But let me say this. I understand that you're pregnant. And you have some issues about paternity.
I think it's her ex.
You think it's her ex's baby.
Wow.
Well, there is a new procedure that allows us to determine the paternity of a child in utero. And we have had access to that procedure. And you gave us a sample, did you not?
Yes.
And we took care of that, so I'm going to be able to answer that question for you. I have the results here, and it can determine with certainty whether or not you're the father of the child. Now, are you going to tell him, or am I?
I'm going to tell him.
Well, tell him.
You are not the father.
Tell him why.
Because there is no baby. You know
Now
why?
tell me why. No, now tell me why.
You know
Tell
what?
me why.
Judge, because he plays with my emotions too much. He drags out lies, tell me he's cheated, and I'm the one stuck with the emotions. I'm the one being taken for a joke, and my emotions are being played with. Now he see how it feels to be lied to when it's not true.
Now you see what I gotta go through? This is what I gotta go through.
But this is what I've been dealing with from you. So how does it feel? How does it feel?
We over with.
We over with?
We over with.
I don't understand the reasoning.
Neither do I.
I don't understand. You come here all before your vows. I think you love this man. You want this man to commit to you. You're mad that he's jealous all the time. And you tell a huge, whopping, hulking, ginormous lie. For what purpose?
I just wanted him to see how I feel. For once. I've been going through emotions. I want him to feel how I feel. You know?
So
And I love
play
him,
tit for
but,
tat.
you know, how much can I prove to him that I'm not cheating on him? How much can I prove to him that I'm loyal to him, that I want to be with him? That if things would change, I will marry this man? How much can I prove? He's leaving me no choice but to say, forget it. You know, you go your way, I go my way.
Here's the sad thing about all of this. I think you're two good people, and I don't think either one of you doing anything to the other one. I think you've got...
What she just did wasn't good, though.
Oh, it was horrifying. But you got into the process of, he hurt me with that, so I'm going to hurt him and hurt him with that. Then you became a fool and decided, well, he's hurting me, so let me hurt him. I think it's two good people doing bad stuff to one another, so a good thing can never result. I'm sad for you. I think it's unfortunate. And I ask this for you, Mr. Johnson, because I know you finished, but before you get into a relationship with somebody else, I want you to go see somebody about where your head is, your state of mind. Take a peek inside and see if you're not weak somewhere because of an insecurity. That's all I'm saying. See, that's all. Because I think you're a good dude who could do good things with a good woman, but I don't want it messed up by what one bad woman did to you sometime before. And everybody believes they're over it.
I think I know what the problem is.
What's the problem?
I got another girl pregnant at my other job.
What the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
I'm too deep in the gutter to get out. I think you could have made it at one point, but you two got so busy getting at each other. This is where you. And no. I'm all done with you. You know, I got my man at home 30 years. I ain't got to live in the sewer. I wish you the best. I hope things get better. I hope you don't live in this kind of washing machine. Be done, baby.
Yeah.
Be absolutely and utterly done. Clearly.
That's it for me.
This is not happening. This matter is adjourned.
After listening to Judge Lynn, I feel like Jeremiah brought out the worst in me. Through accusations and everything, and to turn around and find out he was doing it, it's just a disaster. And what can I say?
I felt like she was messing around on me, so, hey, I started messing around on her. I don't have no regrets on losing or this whole relationship. I'm done.
Today on Divorce Court.
I'm his first girlfriend. He's never been in a committed relationship, so I don't think he understands how to be.
We argue about me and my band.
When Joe drinks when he's at his gigs, it makes me feel very disrespected.
I come second to her phone every time.
He is on his phone just as much, and he's on dating apps.
I love her to death. I'm not cheating on her. I've been trying to get things straight with her.
I want to be with Joe, and if he can tell me the truth, then we'll start new and we'll be okay.
We need to start working things out as a couple, because if not, it is the last straw. I'm tired of it.
I need for him to be honest with me about whether or not he wants to be with me or everyone else.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Erin Malloy and Joe Edwards. Ms. Malloy, you're 20. Mr. Edwards, you are 22. You are here on the Before the Vows. You have filled out my compatibility test, and I have your license with permission to tear it up should I think your union is ill-advised. But you want my second set of eyes looking at your relationship to determine whether or not you should actually make it down the aisle. So, Ms. Malloy, I'm going to start with you. I know you love him, but what's concerning you at this juncture?
Well, I feel like there's things that I don't know, and I feel like, you know, I just have this gut feeling that there's stuff that's not come to light yet, and I'd like to get to the bottom of it.
Now, that's very vague, Ms. Malloy. What things do you think need to come to light?
I feel like Joe's cheated on me, and I feel like there's other girls in the picture.
I take it she's expressed this to you on occasion.
A little bit.
Okay. Now, Mr. Edwards.
Yes, ma'am.
Now's the time. Has there ever been any infidelity during the course of your relationship?
No, ma'am.
Nothing?
No, ma'am.
Not a little bit?
No, ma'am.
What makes you believe that he has cheated?
Well, I have this, and this is from his email. It's messages from a dating website. He claims that it's not active, but if it's not active, why are you still getting emails?
Oh, okay, I got you. Emails and date, July, you know. What's this about?
I've had that since 2013, Your Honor. That's been way before I met Erin. I just have never had the time to delete it.
Never had time to delete it.
Right.
Ms. Malloy, you also say, though, that you have an issue with how much he drinks and the fact that you used to have issues and you don't think he respects your sobriety. Why don't you tell me how that's impacting your relationship?
Well, Your Honor, in October of 2016, I had to go to rehab. One of my ex-boyfriends, we kind of delved into a lifestyle that was not good. Mm-hmm. And I've gotten clean.
Good for you. Good for you.
And me and Joe, we've made an agreement that neither one of us would do anything.
Right.
And I've let it go, and I've let it go, and I've let it go. And he still does it.
And when you say it, what is he doing?
We've agreed that neither one of us should drink or do any type of drugs. And while he doesn't do any type of drugs, he still drinks.
How much does he drink and how often?
I mean, it's not a lot and it's not very often, but like he's a musician. Mm-hmm. He goes to shows. And I understand, you know, you want to have a drink to loosen you up before you perform live. But whenever you drink so much that I'm waiting for you outside the bar and you're telling me that I can wait while you talk to another girl because you're so drunk, and then you're accusing me of like sleeping with people to get drugs and all kinds of stuff and just like calling me all kinds of names, it's too far.
Is that something he does when he's drunk, is calls you names and accuses you of cheating? Now, Mr. Edwards, I'm gonna start fresh over here. Do you drink alcohol?
Yes, ma'am.
It's perfectly legal.
Yes, ma'am.
How often do you drink?
I'd say Within a case every 2 weeks.
A case of beer every 2 weeks?
Yeah, between that, just a beer here and there.
Do you drink to the point where you're intoxicated, or are you just a little tipsy?
Pretty intoxicated.
Pretty intoxicated.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you deny being somewhat unpleasant when you are inebriated?
No, ma'am. Honestly, I do. I kind of, honestly, the taste of alcohol tastes pretty good to me, and sometimes one's too many and one more's never enough.
Do you not deny that you agreed with her that as a part of her ongoing sobriety, that neither one of you would indulge in any kind of intoxicants of any variety?
Honestly, Your Honor.
You don't remember that conversation?
I don't remember that conversation.
Okay. Do you understand her point of view?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Do you care?
Yes, until I start drinking.
Does that ever prevent you from drinking? The fact that you know when you get drunk, you can be ugly and a bit belligerent?
Yes, ma'am. It's helped me cut back a lot.
It's helped you cut back?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think is the main stumbling block to marriage? She thinks a lot of it is, one, that you're cheating, and two, that you don't respect her sobriety. What do you think the problem is?
My problem is it's about communication. And on my part, honestly, communication just doesn't work between us. It's all about social media. So you cannot get away from that cell phone for not even 10 minutes, maybe 5 if you're lucky.
You're just as bad as me.
Do it just to show you what it feels like.
Now, when you say social media, is she just on it all day? You think she's talking to other guys, or she's just preoccupied with it?
A little bit of both, because it's like I go to work and I leave for work at 3:30 in the morning, and I'm going all day, and sometimes I work 13, 14-hour shifts. And when I come home, she's still on the cell phone. And honestly, I look at it like, why are you still on your phone? I'm home from work. Don't you want to spend time with me? But honestly, I feel like she might be talking to other guys, but it's just...
It's just too much.
Right.
Now, when he comes home, do you give him the time of day, or are you all involved in that electronic life?
Whenever he's not playing his video games, as soon as he walks in the door, yeah, I'm giving him the time of day. He wants to say that because he'll come home and he says, I want to decompress. I want to, play my game, play my guitar, whatever. And then, whenever I'm sitting there on my phone, I'll be watching him do whatever he's going to do, and then I'll get on my phone, because why am I just going to sit here and watch what you're doing?
Right.
Then it's a problem, because I'm not watching him, but you're either sleeping, playing your guitar, or playing your video games. There is no reason.
When I've always interested, you come home, you need to decompress. Isn't coming home to your woman and talking to her and touching her and doing all that kind of stuff, isn't that a form of decompression?
Well, yes, ma'am, and I try to, and see, from her part, that's one thing, she's on her phone. So, okay, well, you're on your phone, well, you don't want to talk, I understand. I'm actually going to decompress, play my games a little bit.
So we got the chicken and the egg, who started what first?
Right, so she'll be on her phone, I'll go play my game, and then 5 minutes later, she wants to give me attention. It wants to be all over Joe, Well, where was that when I go out in the door? Hey, honey, how was your day? None of that.
My understanding is, Ms. Malloy, you believe that he has humiliated you in public. And I want to get down to the issue, what happened, why it happened, and then get Mr. Edwards' point of view on it. Do you think she's overly jealous?
A little bit. This female had walked up to the bartender, was like, who's that guy on the guitar? And she was on the verge of actually going after that girl and getting ready to light into her. And that was...
That girl came up to you after the show and was all over you, and you said not one word about it, so I don't want to hear nothing.
So, Ms. Malloy, how did he humiliate you in public?
Basically, like I said, Joe plays music, and he has fans, but there's fans, and then there's groupies. Mm-hmm. There's, the girls that are like, I really liked your music, you did really good on that set. And then there's the girls that are like, I like you and your music. Mm-hmm. Let's talk all night long. Mm-hmm. And then
does he entertain that second set of girls? That's the question. Because anybody in public life is going to have fans and groupies. And you can't stop that, because that's just part of being a public figure. The question is the extent to which he entertains that. Does he entertain it?
Not usually, but there was one instance that I was picking him up from a set one night, because I don't go to the bars because I don't want temptation.
Right.
And he's outside talking to this girl.
Yeah.
and I honk the horn because I'm not trying to get out. I'm not trying to be around those that
life,
people.
yeah.
And he's like, well, you can wait. And he is talking to this girl and like laughing with her, and she's like touching him on the arm and stuff. And I'm
so
like,
it looked flirtatious right in front of you.
Yes. And granted, he was very, very intoxicated, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, that bothered anybody.
Do you deny that occurred?
In my defense, Your Honor, there was actually a guy there too, and we were talking about certain songs we played, and how well, I put them off almost as if it was, the original band. And that female happened to have been there too, but it was nothing directed toward me as far as like, oh, you're just, I could just eat you up, I want to go home with you,
It wasn't like that. It wasn't that deep.
Musician's an entertainer. You like to entertain. You like people to hear what you do.
Yeah. Do you think she's overly jealous?
A little bit.
What are some of the most outrageous things she's done?
Well, this is kind of understandable, but then again, it's like, really? Because I played a show one night, and she happened to have been standing there beside the bar, and this female had walked up to the bartender and was like, well, who's that guy on the guitar? And she was on the verge of actually going after that girl and like getting ready to light into her. And that was...
That girl came up to you after the show and was like all over you, and you said not one word about it, so I don't want to hear nothing.
I wasn't hugging on her or nothing.
Was he just ignoring her, or was he enjoying it? What was happening?
Like, she's over here touching on him and is like, you do really good. She's like, and I'm like, she's like complimenting his clothes and all kinds of stuff, and I'm sitting back watching this. I'm like, are you serious right now?
What would have been the response you would have liked?
A handshake and, thanks for being a fan. Like, this is where we're playing next, that kind of thing. Not like, okay, let me go ahead and like hug you back. Like, you're not that big. You're a local star. Like, you're not, like, I just don't think that it's okay.
Yeah, you and I gonna have to have a talk about the life of a person in some kind of spotlight and the difference between just, riding out a fan and engaging in illicit conduct. But my understanding is that the real concern that you have is about someone closer to home that might be an issue with him. And I do have some information that you might want to see regarding this particular individual. And that's what we're gonna do next.
Honestly, Your Honor, I mean, it's nobody's fault but my own. I mean, I drank too much that night, and I apologize for that, but if we did, I don't remember it.
Really?
Other than what you've told me about, do you have concerns about a particular woman that he might be seeing?
I have a girl who, I mean, depending on how this is gonna go, I thought she was my best friend. And Easter weekend of this year, Joe was nowhere to be found. And then about a week later, we were having, I don't even remember what me and Joe were talking about, but he was like, oh yeah, that's whenever Desiree was in town. And I was like, what? Like, my best friend didn't tell me she was in town? Whoa. And why do you know that? And it's like she won't really talk to me, and it's...
Well, she does want to talk to you. She couldn't get off work today, but she did send us a tape. I haven't seen it, so this is what she wants to tell you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Desiree. I am 21 years old, and Aaron is my best friend. Aaron, I have something that I needed to tell you, and I felt awful about it since it happened, and I really hope me and you can move past it. But when I was home for Easter, me and Joe slept together.
Are you kidding me?
It didn't mean anything.
Mr. Edwards, is Desiree telling the truth?
And I want you and Joe to be able to move past it. Call me if you have the chance.
If we did, I don't remember it.
Seriously?
Life of a rock star, Your Honor.
Is your drinking habit so take you to places that are, I mean, do you black out that you could actually have had sex with someone and didn't remember?
Sometimes. I didn't think it would happen like that, but, just alcohol changes a man. Life of a
But
rock
it's
star,
not outside of the realm of possibility, is what you're telling me.
Right.
Is there something you want to say or do at this particular juncture? I'll be quiet.
Well, I can actually get help, quit drinking for good. I'm willing to do that. But I mean, honestly, in this case, I mean, you're so caught up in social media, and you don't give enough attention or want to be communicative enough. So I mean, it's.
So instead of saying anything,
I tried. You want to argue?
You go and sleep with my best friend.
I tried, and you want to argue. That's all you want to do.
Mr. Edwards, that's not at all what I had in mind. You love this woman, do you not?
Yes, ma'am.
You're here on the before the vows, are you not?
Yes, ma'am.
You're trying to make a determination as to whether or not you guys should spend the rest of your life together. You get caught messing with her best friend, and you go over there and complain about social media. I'm gonna give you one more time not to look like a jerk. Turn around and say something.
I apologize. I'm sorry, like, dearly.
You really think it's her fault, though, don't you?
Honestly, Your Honor, I mean, it's nobody's fault but my own. I mean, I drank too much that night, and I apologize for that. But like I said, in this case, it's man. Sometimes a man has needs, and a man that wants more than just sex, and he wants to be communicative with.
You
his
want
woman.
more than just sex, so you go and sleep with my best friend.
Well, you
Do
stay
you
on your
realize
phone.
how dumb that sounds?
Okay, well, I get up and go to work at 3:30 in the morning, but I wake up and you're still on your phone at 2:45 in the morning, and you tell me you're Googling how to turn an outside cat into an inside cat? Really?
You want to check
How are you
the
going to Google that
history?
at 2:45 in the morning when you should be asleep? Why are you,
Normally, at this time, I would ask for a professional love, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to look at the compatibility test. I'm going to talk to you, and then I'm going to talk to you. And then I want everybody to hear exactly what I got to say. I've got this word in my head. It starts with an R, it ends with an N, and it has you in the middle. Run. He does not support your sobriety. He is drunk. He had sex with your best friend. He can't even keep it together enough to do his illicit activities outside of a place that would tear your heart apart because it's the one person above all whom you are close to. Now, you need to revisit that friendship as well, but you need to run. He blames you for him sleeping with your best friend. He can't see far enough past his own wants and needs to say, man, it was a horrible thing to do. I broke her heart, made her lose a friendship. He stood in this courtroom and talked about you on a telephone after hearing damning information about an inconceivable act of infidelity that he has inflicted upon you. I said it before and I'm gonna say it again. Run. You need to be a better person. You're over there, you ain't got no communication, you don't have anything to say. This is the life of a rock star. You're not Mick Jagger. You're this guy, a 22-year-old guy, drinks too much, sleeps with his woman's friend, and doesn't have enough dignity or sense to honor what this woman has been through, to honor the promise you made to her, because I believe you made it that you were going to enter into sobriety with her, and then you do the ultimate betrayal, and the best thing you got to say is, she's on her phone too much. She's on her phone because she ain't got anybody to talk to. She's on her phone because there's less of a man standing next to her. She's on her phone to do something other than bother with some guy who's drunk and flirting and carrying on and doesn't have the dignity or the class not to touch one of her friends. That's why she's on her phone. Stay on the phone until you find a real man, and when you find a real man, put the phone down and deal with him. This matter is adjourned.
What happened today is horrible. I just found out the person that I'm in love with doesn't care. He doesn't want to be with me. But at least I know, maybe we could move forward, but I don't know.
Today on Divorce Court,
I know Kevin's seeing somebody because he's not coming home at night.
That's stupid. She controlling. She want to do everything. She want everything to be up under her. She don't want me to have to do nothing with nobody else.
Somebody's in the picture. Word around town, he's seeing somebody.
It's pathetic and it's pitiful and I'm tired of it.
If Kevin don't leave the other woman alone, then I am not moving with him. He cannot see the kids no more, and I'm going about my business. I might even move out the state. I want the judge to tell Kevin to move me back in our house together with our children, start taking care of his kids.
I want Judge then to tell Kavisha she need to straighten up or she need to move on to somebody else.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Kavisha Drew and Kevin Drew. The two of you have been married for 15 years. You have 5 children together, but you do not want to be married anymore. Mrs. Drew, you are looking for $6,500 for a car, a U-Haul, and $1,800 for a townhome deposit. I'm going to talk to you about that momentarily. But before we do, Mrs. Drew, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me what one of the primary issues is in your marriage and why you're trying to end it after 15 years?
Well, first of all, Your Honor, I don't know how and why so long, because this guy, he only wants to have sex on Sundays. He has the Sunday rule. The reason why is because on Monday, he's talking about, oh, we just did it yesterday. On Tuesday, I got to walk 3.7 miles just to exercise and get myself together because he wants to keep his stamina up, okay? So then on Wednesday, he talking about, oh, it's workout day. I can't have sex today. Thursday, the kids are up too late. Friday, it's family night, we can't do it. And Saturday, oh, we'll do it tomorrow. Then on Sunday, he talking about, you know what time it is. It's only on Sunday, Your Honor. And I just can't understand that and how...
Hang on for a second. Mr. Drew?
Yes, ma'am.
Sex only on Sunday? Is this true?
I like to keep stuff on the schedule, you know, and that's how I like to do it. I was in the military, so you like to keep stuff going on the same day. But it's more to the story than just that.
Well, what is it?
Well, we've been married for 15 years. We've been together longer than that.
Right.
We've had sex probably over 1 million times. So at a certain extent, it gets boring doing the same thing. When I try to catch her in the kitchen, she'll be cooking. I love to see when she cook.
Right.
I try to creep up behind her, try to get one in real quick while the kid's out there somewhere. She wants to stop what I'm doing right in the middle of it and say, no, let's go upstairs to the bedroom. I don't want to go in the bedroom. I want to do it right here. This is where the excitement's going to come from. I try to catch her in the closet when she about to go to the bathroom, get in the shower. I like to catch her right before she get in that shower, you know what I'm saying?
All right,
where everything's still natural. And then, now I got to go get in the shower first. I've been married with you for 15 years. I don't have to worry about no shower. I already know what you smell like. I'm good with that. I'm straight with that. We all right. You ain't got to hide nothing from me no more.
Now, Mrs. Drew, is it true that he tries to catch you a little, trying to make it romantic, a little mysterious, a little here and there?
All he doing is trying to get some Philly. He's not trying to have sex for real. Because when I tell him let's go upstairs, and then it's like, oh no, the kids are going around, they're going to walk in the door, and they're going to catch us.
That's why I want to do it downstairs, because they upstairs.
How you going to do it downstairs if they running around the house?
Because
that makes no sense, Your Honor.
Well, do you actually tell her, because I walked 3.7 miles, I can't have sex with you today? Is your stamina that bad?
No, this the thing. This the thing, Your Honor. When I go out, I got to work. I do mechanic work, I go to school in the evening time, and I help my mother at her job. So when I finally get home, I still got to go work out. So when I come home, I'm actually tired. That's only Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm usually tired. I'm dead tired. My feet hurt. Then I come in the house. My kids running around. Right. My youngest son is butt naked, running around, manhood flapping everywhere. So I got to go make sure he's straight. Then it's no food being cooked. House is dirty. I got to do all that. I got to clean up. I got to get over there. I got to chef up on the stove. Then I got to go make sure the clothes is washed, because she'll put the clothes in the washer and leave them there for a month. So then I got to do that. And then when I finally get upstairs after I done worked, done took care of the kids, cooked and cleaned, and I finally decide that I want to go work out and come home, it's 11 o'clock at night. Then she say, oh, you want to get it in? No, I'm tired.
But that's every day, though.
I got you, Mr. Drew. I got you, Mr. Drew. Mrs. Drew, you say you have to be completely silent during sex. Explain that to me.
Yes. If I make some noise, he said, oh, you just turned me off. You just turned me off if I make a noise or if I make a certain face. I don't know what kind of face I'm making. I'm enjoying myself, right? So I'll make a certain face, and he'll be like, why you gotta make that ugly face? And then he just
now, Mr. Drew, as gently as you can, tell me what is distressing to you about her facial expression expressions or her voice when you're having sex?
First off, when we get into it and she really get, when she's satisfied, her voice get deep, like mine. And I don't want that, because I don't want a man, I want a woman. So anytime that I'm really doing what I gotta do, and she goes, oh yeah, that's great. No, of course. That's what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to still be going strong when I hear another dude in the room? Come on now.
Now, Mr. Drew, you gotta be a little flexible.
I mean,
you know, in a moment of passion, you have to allow for however it expresses itself. Some men never hear that at all. You know what I'm saying? You're doing a good job. She just trying to let you know.
But I'm saying I can't help myself. I don't want no other man in the room. So when I hear that, that's my reaction. Ain't nothing I can do about that.
He has a nasty attitude. He has a nasty attitude problem.
What do you mean he has a nasty attitude?
He gets mad at the kids and stay beefing with them. He called them people on the street. And he stay beefing with them for 3 or 4 days at a time and won't talk to them. Then if he gets an attitude for something I said or something I did, he'll run across the house and just knock all the pictures off the wall.
Better that than you.
And then one day, my daughter calls me and say, Daddy is yelling through the house, banging on the walls, talking about you stole his clothes, and he want his clothes back. Where did you put his clothes at? I said, okay, I'm on my way home. I gets home, he huffing and puffing like the big bad wolf and walk out the house. I said, okay, God got you. He goes outside and gets into a terrible accident where a 4x4 came through the windshield, almost took his head off. Because that's that attitude that he plays on. I keep telling him.
That ain't got nothing to do with attitude.
Yes, it has a lot to do with your attitude.
Car accident is linked to attitude?
No, Mr. Drew, I think what she's saying is that you go off half-cocked, you're angry, you go out there, and anything can happen to you.
Yes, exactly.
Do you throw the stuff off the wall, and do you beef with your kids for 5 days?
She over-exaggerates everything.
No, it's not an over-exaggeration.
Beefing means I'm not going to sit right here. If you decide that you want to disrespect me, I'm going to give you time to cool off.
Right.
She called that beefing because I'm not going to sit right here and I'm not going to talk to you. So if you got an attitude and I'm telling you this is what need to be done and you're not doing, I'm gonna say, well, look, don't talk to me then until you get yourself correct.
So you give them the silent treatment until they come around.
But they be coming around.
They'll be coming around because they come around, I'm already there.
It'll be like with my daughter, she'll walk in, she have a pretty little dress on, she might be going to a recital or going somewhere to a gala or something. He won't even say, you look beautiful today. And I said, Kevin, you gonna speak to your daughter today? And he'll walk away. Like, I'm beefing with her. It's still beef mode.
Oh, okay. I think I got this part all wrapped up. Now what I want to talk about are the outside influences that you say are hurting the marriage.
We're not together anymore, so I moved out the house. So I'm now single. But all the women went straight to his inbox, and he's talking to all of them. There's several of them. So now I talk to my friend about it.
That's fine. You can talk to her because she in my inbox too.
Hang on, Miss Wade.
What do you mean by that?
Mrs. Drew, why don't you tell me who Ms. Sapphire Faison is as you step forward?
When I
need
need somebody to confide in, this is my best friend, I confide in her. Faison, tell her what's going on, and you ain't Willy Wonka, so don't sugarcoat.
Mrs. Drew, you may run your house, but this is my house, and I run it, so you just relax. Okay. Now, Sapphire, why don't you tell me what you think is the primary problem in the Drews' relationship?
Disrespect.
Objection.
Mr. Drew, don't interrupt. I will get to you. Why don't you explain that to me?
So she calls me one night, late, hysterical. I'm not understanding anything coming out of her mouth. So she lives really close to me, so I pull up at her house, and he's chucking her clothes out the door. He's locking her out of rooms. Like the garage in their house has a deadbolt. She don't even know what's in that room.
It's a garage.
He's always with his mom. He's always with his mom.
That's because he wants his mother's milk and cookies. That's why he's always with his mother.
Mr. Drew, do you feel that Ms. Faison is in your business too much? And is she the outside influence you are worried about?
Way too much. I'm not worried about no outside influence. She needs to be worried about the outside influence because that's all she do. She preached that all her little friends, she give all of them victim stories. She posts stuff on Facebook. She puts stuff on Instagram. All these little memes about, oh, if he ain't doing this right, somebody else will, and all this other stuff. And she got all these friends jumping on it, don't even know the story.
She needs somebody to vent to.
Yeah, she needs somebody to vent to. Tell the truth, though. And then you come over here.
That is her truth.
coming to my house.
Hey, don't argue between each other. Now, Mrs. Drew, are you one of these people that every time you get into an argument with your man, you got to post it to the world so everybody knows your business?
I did it one time. I made a
100.
huge mistake. I posted on Facebook that I'm now single because I moved out the house. We're not together anymore, so I moved out the house. So I put I'm now single. I was hurting actually, and I wanted somebody to talk to. But all the women went straight to his inbox, and he's talking to all of them. There's several of them. A long list of them, cousins, friends, cousins, mothers. Everybody is in his inbox now. So now I talk to my friend about it.
That's fine. You can talk to her because she in my inbox too.
Hang on, Miss Faith.
What do you mean by that?
Hey.
Just what I said.
Mr. Drew.
I mean, because you could go over there with him.
Stop. Mrs. Drew, stop. Ms. Faison, I'm going to ask you, what is your advice to Mrs. Drew? Do you think that she can fix this relationship, or are you advocating this divorce? Is that what you got going on in her ear?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you married?
No.
You got a man?
Yes.
Do you tell other people what to do with their men?
No.
Well, you telling her what to do with hers?
I mean, she vents to me. So my response is, you need to be in a situation where you're happy.
That whole time, then she get in my inbox, me and her talking, and she tell me this conversation didn't happen. Yeah.
So, Ms. Faison, is that accurate? I see you biting your lip. That's a tell. Never go to Vegas. You did it. I see you right there. You did it. You got to be careful about friendships.
Yeah, I know.
They never should become primary over your relationship. You handle your relationship with your man in that house, in the room, not on post, not changing your marital status on some kind of social media. Don't make no sense. It's like trying to be married in the hall of a junior high. It won't work out.
See what happened, didn't you?
So I understand that Ms. Faison is not the only third-party influence that concerns us. We've already discussed her, so I think we ought to bring her out here. We're going to need to talk to your mother, Mr. Drew.
That's right.
And that's exactly what we're going to do.
In trouble now. I go over to help my mother. It's maybe about 11:30. I'm moving her boxes and, you know what I'm saying? I get a text on my phone. Are you over there having sex with your mother?
Who does that, Your Honor? Who does that?
That don't even make sense.
She has a husband, Your Honor.
This is what
That don't even make sense.
Hold up. You didn't say that.
Yes, she did.
Thank you very much, Ms. Faison. You may have a seat. I appreciate your input. Ms. Drew, I also understand that you believe there is a third-party problem, and that's with Mr. Drew's mother. So I'm going to have Anna Marie Bell join us. Mr. Drew, what is your opinion with respect to the dissension between these two?
First of all, when we moved down here, a couple of months later, my mother moved down here. Now, it was her idea. I go over to help my mother. It's maybe about 11:30. I'm moving her boxes and, you know what I'm saying? I get a text on my phone. Are you over there having sex with your mother?
Who does that, Your Honor? Who does that?
That don't even make sense.
She has a husband, Your Honor.
This is
Why
what
her husband can't
don't even
do
make sense.
herself?
Hold up. You didn't say that.
Yes, she did.
Stop.
It was the circumstances around.
Oh, my
There's
God.
never no circumstances for that.
It's always circumstances with you.
Mrs. Drew. No.
That
I'm
just
about to
sounds
say something. What happens is you get upset and then you jump in the gutter. And the gutter is never a place from which a problem can get solved. He's having sex with her. You don't even go there. Whether you like her, you don't like her, whether she's into it or not. That's just the gutter. We do not resolve problems swimming in the gutter. Whoa. Now, Anna Maria, let me ask you this, and just be honest, because I see a lot of this out there where mothers and sons are tighter than the sons with the wives, and there seems to be a lack of separation there. Do you believe that she has, as the Bible requires, left the home of the parents and cleaved with his wife?
Your Honor, I let my son be a man. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. He has a family and a wife to take care of, and I don't interfere with that. But when he calls me up and he says he needs me, I'm not gonna close the door on him like she wants me to. She told me before, any mother, real mother, any real mother, if the wife and the husband are having a fight, wouldn't let the husband in because he needs to be outside and suffer. Who says that to? I'm not gonna let my son
home with his wife.
No. He left you
Yeah,
to
and
get
you should've
away
told
from
him to
you.
go be a man.
He left her.
We are not going to do that.
He
in here.
left her to get away from her. So I'm not gonna let my son be out in the street. Something happened to him. Oh no, then I'm gonna look at her.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it.
Bottom line.
At the end of the day, however, Mrs. Drew, I believe your overriding concern with Mrs. Bell is that you believe she's trying to set him up with different women.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have to deal with that particular allegation. Now, Mrs. Drew, I'm going to ask you to tell me briefly and succinctly and without any flowery language, why do you believe Mrs. Bell is setting your husband up with other women?
Because if it's not her, it's somebody else. Matter of fact, it was on many occasions where I called her,
Mr. Drew.
where I called her and asked her, "Where's my husband at?" I'm looking for my husband over several different days. You know, I'm looking for my husband, and she'll keep telling me, "Oh, he's gone to the store. Or he'll call you back later. I have him call you when he get in." Come to find out, he was living with another woman.
Lies, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Lies.
Then another woman at the job. She has a friend at the job, and her daughter. She introduced my husband to her daughter, and they've been kicking it. So it's like on several occasions, it's different women.
I got you. Mrs. Bell, do you want to respond to those allegations?
Oh my God, this girl, she lies through the skin of her teeth. You know what? At the end of the day, she's a hater. At the end of the day, I can introduce my son to anyone that I choose to. This girl has to get over herself, okay? She's weak-minded. That's why I call her a nitwit get-wit. Okay? Because she's simple-minded and she'll get with anybody to get what she wants.
I got you, Ms. Bell. Let me allow Mr. Drew to speak for momentarily here. Mr. Drew,
help me, Lord.
Are you cheating on her or are you not?
No, I'm not cheating on her. I can talk to people just like she talked to people. Half our relationship, she been talking to dudes. Like I said, when I cut my hair, the next month, she was messing with every dude with dreads in the vicinity of our city.
Seriously?
For like 6 months.
But you haven't cheated.
No, I ain't got no reason to. If I was gonna do that, I did that a long time ago.
So that's not your thing?
No, that's not my thing. I like to keep it real. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna tell you I did it. And I'm gonna invite you to join, and if you wanna get in it, then we can all have fun. But I'm not gonna sit around and sleep. I'm too old for that. I ain't got time to be sneaking around no more. I got kids and stuff I gotta worry about.
As he said that I was talking to other men when we weren't together.
But we was married, though.
Hang on. I have yet another witness that I believe will shed some light on this matter. So could that witness come forward, please? Would you please stand over there in the witness box? Good day. Thank you for joining us. Could you please state your name?
Jasmine Jeffrey.
And Mr. Drew, who is Miss Jeffrey to you?
She a friend. She cool people. That's my mother's boss's daughter.
Mrs. Bell, is that accurate?
Yes, she is.
Are you just a friend?
I am. That's why I don't understand what's going on. She calls me, accusing me of sleeping with him and doing XYZ with him. We're legit friends. I've known his mom for a while.
Right.
When I moved down there, his mom introduced me to him. He wasn't dealing with her.
Right, yeah. This looks like a whole new story that we're getting into. And we're gonna need some more time for this. I'm gonna adjourn this matter for a moment, collect my thoughts, collect all my witnesses. This court's adjourned.
Every time she catch an attitude with me, the first thing she do is she slap on her bulletproof vest, which is all 5 of my kids, and she say, well, if you can't get along with me, or if you don't do what I say, you will never see your kids again.
Exactly.
You will never see your kids again.
He went in the store and left his phone in the car. And this girl called and her picture pops up. But also in the phone is pictures of a little boy. So I want to know who is the little boy. Because it ain't my kids. My kids all look the same. This baby looks nothing like them.
Mr. Drew, do you know what little boy she's referring to? Previously on Divorce Court.
He left her to get away from her. So I'm not gonna let my son be out in the street. Something happened to him, oh no, then I'm gonna look at her.
He has a nasty attitude problem.
What do you mean he has a nasty attitude?
He gets mad at the kids and stay beefing with them. He called them people on the street. Then if he gets an attitude for something I said or something I did, he'll run across the house and just knock all the pictures off the wall.
Mr. Drew, are you cheating on her or are you not?
No, I ain't got no reason to. If I was gonna do that, I did that a long time ago.
Divorce Court is now in session.
We are reconvening the matter of Drew versus Drew. I adjourn this matter to regain my composure. Mrs. Drew, I'm going to start with you. You have 5 children, a 15-year marriage. It has been your contention that Mrs. Bell over there, your husband's mother, has been setting his son up with women. And we brought Ms. Jeffrey here to talk about it. So I got to figure out who's telling the truth. What are your beliefs with respect to what his mother is doing?
Well, every time she has a job, she's always calling her son to the job. So I was wondering what was going on. And then when I would get back with him and we on good terms now, he's telling me, oh yeah, I was talking to this woman over there. And I said, well, why every time your mother switched jobs, it's a new woman in place. So I knew that his mother was hooking him up with other women because she don't want me in the picture. So anything to get me out the picture, and she knew she wasn't gonna work. So she had to bring somebody else involved.
Okay, let me ask you this. Ms. Jeffrey, how did you meet Mr. Drew, and truly, what is the nature of your relationship with him?
I met him at a holiday party. As you know, my mom works with her, so his mom introduced us.
Right.
We met there. We talked. I had just moved down there at the time, so pretty much she said that he can show me around. I didn't know anybody down there, and of course, you know, being as though I know her, she did express that she doesn't like her, and of course, it led to him telling me about the situations with him not wanting to be with her and everything like that.
Right.
But yes, we did, you know, go out, went out to eat, things like that. As in a way, he's showing me.
Hang on, no, stop. I can run this thing, Mrs. Drew, and I'm gonna run you right out of here if you don't stop.
Not a circus.
No. You got one more. Have you two gone out on dates?
Yes, we have,
okay. But and you knew he was married?
I did.
And if he were to ask you to take it to the next level, would you?
No, absolutely not. She was in another state. He was living with his mom. So no, that wasn't the case at all.
Okay. Mr. Drew, why don't you tell me what the nature of your relationship with Miss Jeffrey is?
It was cool. She's amongst all of the people that I met at my mother's Christmas party. I met my homeboy that I hang out with now. She don't say nothing about him. He do security at her job.
That's a guy.
I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly. So it's people that are meeting. It's not just
Mr.
female.
Drew, I'm not gonna lie though. When she walked out of there, the look on your face, you were horrified.
I'm trying to figure out why she here. That's all.
So there's nothing else going on?
Nothing else going on. Like I said, if I wanted to do something, first off, I'm gonna be honest with you, I wouldn't be that sloppy. I'd go somewhere else. I wouldn't do it that close to home knowing that everybody linked together.
But you didn't know I was going to get her number.
And I, as a mother, wouldn't allow it to take place in my presence.
That's a
now,
lie.
yeah, right to you because you're a cheater.
Hey,
you're a cheater.
Mrs. Drew,
the proof is in the pudding, bitch.
Sit Mrs. Drew down. Sit Mrs. Drew down.
Y'all not get me out of here. You're not gonna do nothing but sit there and be disrespectful as usual.
As usual.
I'm gonna ask everybody to relax. Okay? I want everybody to relax. Mr. Drew, I'm gonna go to you, and then Ms. Jeffrey, I have a question for you. Mr. Drew, what would you like to say, sir?
The whole thing is you could be associated with somebody of the opposite sex and have no sexual feelings towards them. If that was the case, then half of the rappers in Atlanta would be in a relationship with her. Am I correct?
That's what you say.
Okay.
I doubt it.
We got pics.
Ms. Jeffrey, let me ask you this. Ms. Jeffrey, stop it. Do you have feelings for him?
No, absolutely not. No.
None whatsoever. So if divorce, granted, 2 days, out, done, he asked you out, your response would be what?
Nothing would change. You know, the only thing that kind of made this situation hectic is her calling me, being disrespectful. As you can see, I came to a courtroom, not a circus, if she's still being a clown.
Exactly.
So, you know, instead of her calling me to question me, she's calling me to accuse me. That's a problem. I'm cordial. I give you the same respect you give me. When you disrespect me, all bets are off, and I'm gonna meet you at your level. So that's how that went.
So how often do you two engage in conversations or disputes?
Oh, no, she hit me up one time. That's one and done for me.
So that is over?
Yeah.
That is over. Do you have a relationship with any of their children?
No,
No. Now, Mrs. Drew,
not gonna happen.
Honestly, just between mother to mother, would you like your son to move on to Miss Jeffrey?
Oh, I don't pick who my son falls in love with. I don't pick who, because if I did, she wouldn't have been my pick.
Right.
Okay?
But
she likes me better than her.
Stop.
Because from day one, she's been disrespected. I mean, day one, her plan. I'm gonna tell you, Yana, I found out they were getting married 2 days before they got married. You know how I found out? Her mother told my mother. That's how I found out that she was getting married. Kevin knew. I wanted him to travel the world. He was in the Navy. She knew he was in the Navy, too. That's why she wanted to get with him.
Well, let me ask you this. Why are you blaming her for that? He's your son. He should have told you he was getting married.
I understand that, but he knew not to come to me with that. He knew. Honestly, he knew not to come to me because I did not want to hear it. But to hear it from her mother...
Yeah, okay. But you can't just blame him. He's a grown man.
I didn't want her to marry him. I didn't want him to marry her.
I am talking. If he's grown enough to pick his own wife, he's grown enough to get married, he should be grown enough to tell his mother what he's about to do without being
Absolutely.
afraid.
I agree.
So you can't blame that on her.
I'm not blaming
That's
her
him.
on that. I'm just saying I don't like her. I never wanted them to be married.
What didn't you like her in the beginning? Why didn't you like her in the beginning?
She's always been a disrespectful little hood rat. Okay? She was the one riding around the neighborhood, half dressed, always thinking she was the queen of everything. Oh, I got everybody's looking at me. I got it like that. You don't have a pot to pee in.
Okay.
Stop faking.
We're going to end that conversation. Mrs. Drew, if can you act like you got some sense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please come on back up.
Yes.
That's a lie.
Now, why don't you respond to the accusations that you tipped off and got married to her son, didn't tell anybody? What was the complication that allowed or required that to happen?
I don't know what was. Kevin wants his mother, and his mother wants him. So it probably was he didn't want to tell her, give out, the information, and tell her, oh, I'm going to move on, Mom, because that's what he should have done. I asked him to do that. He didn't do that. But at the wedding, she was there. She actually signed the paperwork too.
So first I'm with my mother, now with her. Now who I'm gonna be with next?
I don't know. That's a good question, Kevin.
She's
just like
crazy.
everybody in the inbox. Everybody's on the Steal Your Man challenge, just going around.
I don't understand how you could be so confident yet so intimidated by
At the same time.
Hey, stop it. Stop it. Do you believe she's a good mother to their 5 children?
She needs to discipline them. I mean, they get away with murder. She tells people that I don't want my grandchildren at my house, which is not the case. She doesn't want them at my house because they enjoy themselves around me. Mm-hmm. They can be children around me.
No, that's a lie.
Yeah, right.
Well, what I'm going to spend the remainder of this session doing is talking about today forward. Because we got to talk about the kids because they got to co-parent and we got to get things done and I got to get you off your feet. So we're going to move forward.
He went in the store and left his phone in the car. And this girl called and her picture pops up. So that's where I got the phone number from. But also in the phone is pictures of a little boy. So I want to know who is the little boy. Because it ain't my kids. My kids all look the same. This baby looks nothing like them.
Mr. Drew, do you know what little boy she's referring to? Now, Ms. Jeffrey, I'm going to give you an opportunity to sit down because you've been standing there for a little while. But I want to ask you, is there something you want to say? Something, because it seems that you have something on your mind, and I just want to know exactly what's going on here.
Yes, I want to figure out what is Kevin going to do. We were going out, we were hanging out. He has been expressing to me he wanted to leave her, based on what the mom was saying.
Objection.
And he was saying they were in
I'm
agreement
gonna
to
let
that.
you respond.
And at this time, he needs to man up. We did go out. I heard him over talking me saying, as friends, we were going out. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I was aware he was a married man. So I wouldn't take it any further. I say it again, exactly. But I'm not going to let him just throw sand over that line either.
Why
we were going out.
Stop it. Mr. Drew, your response to that comment? Were you dating her, weren't you?
No, I need a lawyer. This ain't right. I need some type of legal counsel or something because they lie.
At the end of the day, he's a man. He's lying about not even wanting to divorce her, so of course he would lie about that.
But Jasmine, he's not lying about not wanting a divorce. Y'all were friends. Why are you making it any?
I got it. At my car.
Oh my God!
I got it. Ms. Jeff, go ahead and have a seat. I think I know what's happening here.
Can she sit over there?
Just don't go over there.
Right there. We're all going to behave like we're adults. So it shouldn't be a problem where she sits. So, Mr. Drew, you say Nothing's going on. She's just a friend.
Nah.
And you're not dating anybody else.
No, ma'am.
You're not seeing any other women.
No, ma'am.
You've been separated, but you haven't touched nobody. You haven't kissed nobody. You haven't gone out with anybody. You just at home with your mom.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, I get it. I get that that's your story. Mrs. Drew, you seem to want to have something to respond. What is it?
When we was at the store one day, and he had took me to the store because the kids needed some food, so he took me to the grocery store. He went in the store and left his phone in the car. And this girl called, and her picture pops up. So that's where I got the phone number from. But also in the phone is pictures of a little boy. So I want to know who is the little boy. Because it ain't my kids. My kids all look the same. This baby looks nothing like them.
Mr. Drew, do you know what little boy she's referring to?
It was a meme that I had on my phone. That's all it was.
That was clearly not a meme.
The picture actually had words on there saying something about how somebody's son looked old or something like that. It wasn't nothing relative to me.
Mr. Drew, if eyes could burn, you'd have a hole in the back of your head. Mrs. Jeffrey, do you care to comment on that?
He does have a picture of my son now. It's been a screensaver. I'm not sure of that. My son moved with me, so of course I learned places where kids could go, the aquarium, where he takes his kids when he has them.
He not even take his own
He never had
when
my
she
child.
moved out, she took all the stuff in the middle of the night after I got into my car accident, texted me and told me that she moved to South Carolina.
She
was telling me that for a whole month. A whole month. So I'm texting her, telling her, well, I need to see my kids. I need to see my kids. Oh, we in South Carolina. It's too far to drive today. It's 3 hours away. It's 4 hours away. This, that, and that. But you're going to have to see him on the weekend. Turned out, it's her friends inboxing me. We talking. And I kind of find out she lived 30 minutes down the street from where we live at. I got a 6-bedroom house, Your Honor. They could have stayed with me. She talking about something, we going to a shelter for battered women. Who you lying to? How you get in there, first off? And why would you take your kids to a shelter when I got a 6-bedroom house?
Okay.
And travel to South Carolina to do it.
Let's talk about the leaving and the situation with the children.
My concern is kids should stay in kids' place. Kids should never be involved in the conflicts of their parents. So therefore, you should not be talking down about the other parent to your children so that they
Does that happen? Mrs. Drew, we were talking about when you left and the situation with your children. Why don't you give me your version of that event? Because he said you kept him down the street and they could have been home the whole time.
That's because he came in the house at 5 o'clock in the morning because we was arguing. He feel as though when we arguing, he could do whatever he want to do, that he's no longer my husband.
That's personal.
So he comes in the house, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I said, and I got up out my bed. I said, one thing about this, Kevin, I ain't never been disrespected. I'm not about to start it now. You're not going to disrespect me in my house. So it's either me or you. Because if you think you're going to be coming home at 5 o'clock in the morning, you might as well live by yourself. And I gave him that ultimatum. He said, oh, well, it's going to be you because I'm not leaving my house. He feel as though it's his house because his name is on the loan and my name is on the deed. So then he just feel like, okay, I own this house. So I said, okay, cool. And I left. I packed up my stuff and I left and I moved and got my own place. Do you let him see the kids? He could have called me and asked me, but he did not call me.
Judge, every time she catch an attitude with me, the first thing she do is she slap on her bulletproof vest, which is all 5 of my kids, and she say, well, if you can't get along with me, or if you don't do what I say, you will never see your kids again. You will never see your kids again.
Mrs. Drew, let me say this. You doing your children a disservice. Children that who have a father who wants to be active and involved have a right to have them in their lives, and you got to make it easy for them. You have no right to make them fatherless. The girls are going to go out with the first guy they see because they don't have a dad at home that makes them feel like the princess. The dudes are just going to go wild and because they don't have, when they're teenagers, they don't have a man in the house that does a little bit of this when they get a little gruff and angry. Because I know I've had 6 sons. I know when they get crazy, I step back and my husband stepped forward. So you don't have that right. And I want you to be very, very clear about that. You do not have the right to do that to your children. I don't care the way you like him or not. I don't care whether you like him or not. Now, Ms. Bell, you just dying to say something. I'm going to ask you one question, and I'm going to leave it go because I got to talk about this money. In your heart of hearts, you would like him to move on and to move on with her or someone else, or do you have no one in mind?
I have no one in mind, but that's not my concern. My concern is, you know, if Kids should stay in kids' place. Kids should never be involved in the conflicts of their parents. So therefore, you should not be talking down about the other parent to your children so that they
Does
walk
that
up to
happen?
you. Yes.
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 At no point, hey,
Yes.
this is just a categorical statement. At no point in time should any parent say anything negative to their children about the other parent. I don't care what's going on. I don't care what's happening. You are destroying their foundation, their security, their need to have two stable parents, and you don't have that right. Neither one of you. I don't know if you're doing it or not, but I know you are. Because I know how you. Because I know how you're behaving here.
No, I let my kids speak for themselves.
Hey. Inappropriate, grossly incorrect, and don't let it happen again.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
So after 15 years, you guys have been together since you were 12, right? 5 children. You're ending this marriage. You are seeking from him $6,500, $4,000 for a new car, $700 for a U-Haul, and $1,800 for a townhome deposit and rent. Can you explain to me the nature of your request?
Because the day that we got into the argument where he had where I woke up and he came in the house at 5 o'clock in the morning, I gave him an ultimatum. The next day, he asked me for the keys back to the vehicle that I drive with the kids. It was a minivan. He asked me to give him back his keys and leave. Okay, so I gave him back his keys. I had to go out and find me a new car, so I had to buy a new car. Then I turned around when I moved, had to furnish my apartment. I had to get the I had to move all my furniture
she made on her own.
To the new apartment. Then on top of that, I had to pay for the security deposit and the first month's rent. So I feel as though he should pay for that because I wouldn't have left if it wouldn't have happened.
No, you can't. Because no. She's not getting any money. Let me tell you why she's not getting any money. You over here, Miss Power Broker, the primary breadwinner, and all of that. When people separate, it's the breadwinner that has to pay the non-breadwinner the money to separate. You made the decision to move, so you moved, and that was your choice. That was your decision. You bad. You making all that money. You spend it on what you need to spend it on. But I'm gonna tell you what. Don't let me hear about you not letting that man see his kids. Don't let me hear you talking badly about that man, not just to him, but in front of him. You are dismantling them when you do that. You are destroying them when you do that. You're making them feel small and like nothing. And whatever damage you think you're doing to him, multiply it by 20, and that's what you're doing to your kids. And you don't have that right. There will be no recovery in this matter.
Thank you.
It is so ordered.
Good try, though. Do you eat for effort?
Kavisha says everybody's a homewrecker. She said his mom is a homewrecker. So whatever she has to say, she's crazy. She has problems, she's delusional, and the problem is bigger than me. So I'm not really worried about Kavisha. At the end of the day, there was no home to wreck. Neither one of them were staying in a home together, period. She was in a whole nother state. So she's just gonna be that person anyway.
Today on Divorce Court.
I seen text messages in his phone from another woman. Not only that, but I found a condom in the vehicle that we share.
I did cheat on her once, but the time that she's referring to, I didn't.
When I try to talk to him about certain issues, he yells and screams, and I shut down.
I am used to calling the shots. What I say goes.
I feel like he just treats me like a child, and I'm not his child.
I do see myself growing old with her, and I would love for our relationship to last forever.
I would love to be with Anthony the rest of my life, but if he does not change, there is no us.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I have here Cassandra Jones and Anthony Staffney, and the two of you have been together for 8.5 years. You're not married, but you don't want to be together anymore. Therefore, you've come to me for a dissolution of cohabitation. You want to part ways. I'm going to start with you, Ms. Jones. Why don't you tell me why we're here?
We are here because me and Anthony's family doesn't get along. They don't like me. They feel like I am too young to be with Anthony.
Now, you're 33, correct?
Yes.
And you are 48. Is that right?
Yes, and they feel like I'm just too young to be with him. They feel like he should be with his ex-wife.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe that's true, Mr. Staffney? Does your family not like her because they prefer your ex-wife or they think she's too young?
Probably because they think she's too young. But they can't choose for me.
Right, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Ms. Jones, what kind of difficulty does his family cause for your relationship?
For instance, Anthony got sick. He was in the hospital. During the time he was in the hospital, his kids wanted to fight me. And I didn't even understand why, because I'm there at his bedside. I didn't leave him. I was there.
Did they come up to the hospital?
Yeah, they came to the hospital. I exchanged words with one of the family members.
About what?
Me not being there for Anthony. And I didn't understand what more I could do. He's laying in the hospital. I'm there every day, but I guess it just wasn't good enough. Yeah, he was in the hospital.
Mr. Staffney, do you understand the nature of the disagreement that she had with your family when you were in the hospital?
I guess one of them wanted to come, you know, I got like 3 or 4 kids' mother. And, you know, one of them wanted to come back there, and she was back there.
Just got messy.
Yeah.
Basically.
It just got messy.
Got out of hand.
And this is actually the second time he was in the hospital. The incident I'm talking about was the first time. The second time he was in the hospital with that picture, he told me to put the picture on Facebook. After I placed the picture on Facebook, I got all types of messages talking about me on Facebook.
Did you tell her to put the picture on Facebook?
Yeah, he told me to put the picture on Facebook. They went to talking about me.
I'm just wondering, I mean, you know, not right, just wondering why.
You know, we live in Mississippi, and we was in Indiana at that time. And I just told her to put it on there, you know. I really was going for a checkup, you know. I wasn't hurt bad, but I just told her to put it on there, and it started a lot of commotion.
What happened was...
Ms. Jones,
what?
Did you write this?
Yes, I was defending myself. Look what they said about me.
Joe, you're not even old enough to read this.
No, Thank you. But, Your Honor...
No. You posted this on Facebook.
Yes, but only after they
had... To his family?
Yes, to his family. I was defending myself because he asked me to place the picture on Facebook. I placed the picture on Facebook trying to alert the family that he was in a hospital because that's what he wanted to do. Okay, I did not expect for them...
So what does that have to do with this man on my page? I do what the... F this and I ride that.
Your Honor,
all of that sexual stuff. Why is that necessary?
No, because you have to read the other page. You're reading what I said to them.
There's nothing that supports this.
No.
There's nothing that supports that.
Your Honor, they called me all types of. They called me hoes. They called me bees. You know, you
sound like a hoe, right? You talking about all the sexual things you do to him, to his family? That's hoe-like behavior.
Well, that's how they called me a hoe on Facebook.
Stuff I've ever read.
Well, I felt like I was defending myself.
And put it in public. You don't defend yourself.
Well, look what his family said about me.
I don't care.
So it's okay for them to down me on Facebook, talk about me and my family.
You don't let anybody else define your character for you. I'm not going to go, just because somebody else goes low doesn't mean I go low. There's certain things I just don't do.
Okay, what about him?
You're not in charge of them. You're in charge of you. You're in charge of what you do. You can call me all out my name, but I'm never going to say anything like that because I have dignity. And
I got dignity too.
That lacks dignity. In every way, shape, or form. You know,
You're
when
right.
kids are going to read it,
you're right.
It lacks dignity.
They read it because they was talking about me too.
Yeah, and you're going to be ignorant back.
I shouldn't have been, but I was caught up in the moment.
Oh, my God. now I'm just upset.
You went too far.
You know, I don't even know people talk like that.
Ever.
Mr. Staffner, you say they're mutual cheating accusations. Is that accurate?
Ma'am, cheating accusation?
Uh-huh.
Because he was the cheater. I've never cheated on him. He is the cheater.
That was in the beginning of the relationship before I knew that we was gonna be together so long.
He's lying, Your Honor.
Okay, why don't you tell me what happened, Ms. Jones?
Okay. In the beginning, about after 2 years, he went back to his ex-wife And he didn't even tell me. I got a phone call from another woman that he was sleeping with. She called me and told me he left me and went back to his ex-wife.
Mr. Stafford, were you running them 3 deep like that?
He was.
Well,
he was.
Like I said, that was before. That was
After
the beginning
2
of the
years, we was
relationship.
living together.
The relationship.
Yes,
You think
ma'am.
she should be over it by now?
Well, you know, I'm not doing it anymore now.
He's not telling the truth.
Well,
Once
will you
again,
tell me the truth?
Second time he go to Mississippi for Mother's Day to visit his family. He come back home. Okay, I go through his phone like I always do, been doing it forever. I find text messages in his phone from this woman, him texting her, "Good morning, beautiful. Happy Mother's Day, beautiful." Not only that, go out to the vehicle that me and him share, look in the glove box, there's condoms. They're not mine, they're not ours.
Mr. Stafford, do you have a reply or a retort to that?
Well,
Not really.
Like I told her, it was some,
His
you know,
cousins,
some
and
new
then he told
condoms
us
had
first.
came out where they change color if you have disease.
So what is he doing with him, Your Honor? Okay,
and
so
my
what are you
cousin-
doing with it? Yeah. Your what?
And my cousin gave them to me, and I just put them in the chair.
Okay, yeah.
I can't believe I do this for a living.
Me either. Yeah.
Well, now, we're going to move on past that. And we're going to talk about...
So he get a
Wait,
pass on
hang
cheating.
We're going to move on past... I got a lot to do here.
Yeah.
You got a lot of stuff going on here. And we want to talk about why, after all this time, you haven't gotten married to begin with.
Ask him.
Are you still married to another woman?
Yes.
I would think that I'm not, because I haven't...
Your Honor.
He is.
You know, I haven't been with her in 12 years, so...
It just doesn't wear itself out.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's what I
saying?
told
It's not
him.
like an engine that runs out of gas. Well, I was going to ask Mr. Staffney, but Ms. Jones, you seem rarer to go. So why don't you tell me why you've been together 8.5 years but never got married?
Because he don't want to get he don't want to spend the money to get a divorce.
From his first wife?
Yeah.
Mr. Staffney, are you still married to another woman?
Yes.
I would think that I'm not, because I haven't...
Your Honor.
He is.
You know, I haven't been with her in 12 years, so...
It doesn't just expire like that.
Right.
You got to
That's what he
actually do
thinks.
something to end the marriage. So if you two haven't gone to court and gotten a divorce, you are, in fact, still married. It just doesn't wear itself out.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's what I
saying?
told
It's not
him.
like an engine that runs out of gas.
Well, you know...
Tell him to
It's the
spend the
gift
money,
that
Your
keeps
Honor.
on giving. So you say there's a lot of conflict because of her family. Why don't you give me some examples of some of the conflict they start?
They like to play CPS games, Child Protective Service.
Yeah.
They like to play those type of games.
Oh,
you know.
my.
You know, they like to call Child Protective Service saying that Cassandra's doing something wrong to her kids, and before you know it, if she get to arguing with one of them, the first thing I know that you have to do is clean your house and make sure your refrigerator clean, because the next day,
CPS is coming.
knocking on the door.
Right.
And they won't come through, and they've done it so much that they're called and CPS don't even come no more, because they know that it's game.
This is what they do.
This is what they do.
Is that an accurate recitation of what occurs?
It's a state-to-state thing, too,
Yeah.
because, you know, we moved to Indiana,
and they call CPS in every state?
We moved to Indiana, and she get to argue with one of them, that'd be the first threat, you know. That's the first thing you have to look out
yes,
for.
that has happened. It's happened several times. But since we have moved to Indiana, I haven't had no problems with them calling CPS.
You people scare me. Why don't you tell me about the time you called his phone and his ex answered?
Yeah, that's when he called himself leaving. It wasn't his ex. It was it was the ex. He was still seeing her and sleeping with her.
There's so many, she can't keep them straight.
Yeah, but she is the one that called me and told me that he went back to his ex-wife. That's the one. But I forgave him. When he came home and I seen the text messages from the girl, I sat him down and I told him that I forgive him and we're not gonna worry about it because people make mistakes.
That was my cousin.
That was not your cousin. And then he always talk about it's his cousin. But
I told her I would call her. You know, I had text my cousin.
He not being truthful.
And
Your
I said,
Honor.
I'll call her for you. And she just wanted to argue. You know, I was gonna call
He
her
not telling the truth.
and let her talk to her.
I called myself.
I'm gonna say this. I got from your papers that you feel that he's very controlling.
He is.
And I do want to talk to you for a moment about how your household runs and how controlling he really is.
Oh, yes. Whew. Thank you. I used $14 one day, and I forgot. And I didn't tell him. The second day we was arguing about it, he sat down on the couch. I'm like, oh, so you're meaning to telling me you don't know the day that you stole my $14? Well, how about I just call the card and let them investigate and send you to jail? That's what he said.
Mr. Staffney, did you argue for 2 days about $14? So, Ms. Jones, based upon what you told me here, I understand like he micromanages and he's angry all the time. Tell me the nature of his control issues.
He always wants things his way. If I leave the house, he's timing me. Yes, not only that, he said I stole $14 from him. I don't even know how I stole $14 from him. We're in a relationship.
That to me.
Explain it to you.
Yeah.
I used $14 one day and I forgot. And I didn't tell him. When he came and asked me about it, I was like, yeah, I spent it Thursday. And he was like, no, you spent it Sunday. I was like, okay, well, whatever, I spent it Sunday. Okay, we argued 2 days. The second day, he said...
About $14?
Yes, $14.62.
Could I?
No, okay.
You can.
Listen, Your Honor.
Let her finish.
Yes, let me finish. The second day we was arguing about it, he sat down on the couch. I'm like, oh, so you're meaning to telling me you don't know the day that you stole my $14? Well, how about I just call the card and let them investigate and send you to jail? That's what he said.
Mr. Staffney, did you argue for 2 days about $14?
Judge, we argued about it, but like I told her, I would give her anything I got. But ask for it. I don't take my money. You know, if she asks for it.
Do you think she was really trying to get one past you? Maybe she needed $14 for something and she took it.
I know she was, because when I asked her, it was a Friday. I asked her, I gave her some money on a Wednesday, and I asked her about it. Well, I found out Friday. The money I gave her was gone, plus $14. So I asked her, I said, did you take my money? She said, no, I took the money you gave me Wednesday. So I told her, I said, let me call the card and let you listen to the people, because they can't be telling me a lie.
He was talking about sending me to jail and everything about $14.
And like I told her,
and I didn't even remember
if it was
spending
1 penny.
And it went inside the household.
You see what I'm saying?
The $14 went inside the household.
But you guys are living in a common household.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You can't account for every dollar when you spend it on the spot.
Yes.
There's room for, this costs $5 more than I thought, this and that.
Thank
the
you,
other
Your
thing.
Honor.
If you make her account for every dime like that, she can't
I can't do it.
Well, if you get it and then I ask you,
Your Honor,
and you
I
know
do
you
the
got
laundry.
it, why say no?
Huh?
If I ask you, did you take it, did you get it, and you say yeah, conversation's over. If I ask you, you get it, and you say no, that means I gotta call, I gotta figure out
Your Honor, I told
where
him
it went.
I
budged my money.
He asked me. No. I'm not going back into the Twilight Zone. I'm done. I'm done with the $14.
Okay, I just got one question.
I'm done with $14.
Did I steal the $14?
So what is your ultimatum to him today? If I can get something done for you, what would it be?
If you could get something done, it would be him to get a divorce. I want him to get a divorce so we could get married. I want to get married.
So you want to sign on for a lifetime with this?
Yeah, I believe he could change.
I'm a good dude.
I really believe he could change.
I didn't say you weren't a good dude, but I said this is a mess. Is it not? Is this not a mess? Your family can't stand her. She can't stand your family. You're cussing. You're carrying on. You're doing all kinds of.
But I don't care if his family don't like me. Just like I tell him, why worry about if my family don't like you?
But you say he's controlling. He yells at you.
He does.
Well, ma'am, I was controlling when she met me.
And with that,
I'm saying if you know. Well, Your Honor,
So,
I was.
no. I'm gonna say one more thing and then I'm running.
Yes, ma'am.
See, I got my papers together here so we can make a fast break. All right?
I'll meet you at the
Make
door.
a fast break. I'm gonna ask Mr. Staffney something. Would you consider getting a divorce?
Yes, ma'am. I want to get a divorce. You know, I've tried. But
Like he's stuttering.
I've put in effort to get a divorce one time before.
Once.
Once before. When I had the money, I put in effort to get it, and I'm gonna get one.
I don't believe you, but that's okay.
Me neither.
You know, you've had 8.5 years. Mr. Staffney, you two are gonna stay together. Number one, because you've been together this long, and if you put up with that much, ain't nobody going nowhere. Number two, you love each other. Number three, I don't want you loose out in the community. where you can mix and mingle with the rest of us, because it's not safe.
Oh my God.
Stay cool. Don't post your life. Live your life. It's a whole big difference. Everybody can't comment on your business and know your business if you don't write your business on the wall. Just don't do it. And Mr. Staffney, I think you should lighten up a little bit. Let go of the $14. Don't worry about the dishes or whatever the small little things that she didn't get quite right. It's better for your heart. You already got heart trouble, right? Mm-hmm. If you stress every little thing that comes your way, your heart will just get up and just give out one day. You don't want that to happen, do you?
No, ma'am.
Lighten up. Be right. Be good. Be together. Be gone. This man is
I think I'm gonna get a divorce probably in this year sometime. 40 years out, I'll work on it.
I believe Anthony, once he shows me the paperwork, then we can move on from there. Hopefully we can get married.